your partner say in terms of his experience?
Okay, basically what I was looking for is a phone that is cheap, can make calls, SMS, one that he doesn't have to cry over when he loses it.
That is a very good qualification.
You know my name, see me after for reward. Let me see, one more victim. Well, I'll go to the odd three over here. Since it's not an even pairing. Hi. Did you remember your partner's name?
Nigel. His name is Nigel.
And what kind of phone?
He's got a Sony Ericsson Xperia.
Just make sure you're not me, but I know both of you that you're covering for it. And what would you say, based on your interview, what was the greatest challenge, or what was his experience in purchasing the phone?
Well, he didn't buy his phone. He got it from his brother. But I think it meets all his needs. Oh, he's a techie, so a lot of the stuff he explained was, yeah, way above me.
But thank you so much. We'll just say that it's techie approved, and we'll keep it moving. No worries. But thank you. And are you on the bus? I don't think you're on the bus. I'll try to get something for you before. Thank you for being a fan of the bus. Thank you for all of your service. So now that you guys basically have some in-depth experience and knowledge about other people's point of views with purchasing a phone, we're going to move ahead and find a new partner. Yes, you're going to get some exercise today. Come on, up, up, up. Guys, there are at least 20-something people in this room. You should be able to find a partner. Anyone who does not have a partner, raise your hand. Awesomeness. So you're not going to do interviews right now. What you're going to do is take the interviews that you've absorbed. Between you two, you should have one in-depth interview and one brief interview with each person in the team. So you should have enough experience, including your own, to reframe the problem of purchasing a phone in your hometown or region. So what you're going to do is basically figure out what are the top 3 needs or things that people need when they purchase a phone. Whether it's what they're looking for, whether it's customer support, or whether it's accessibility to purchasing a phone, just to give you some ideas. The next things are insights. What new learnings outside of your own experience do you feel could address these 3 needs? For example, when I was talking to my new partner, I was thinking, well, if you have to purchase your phone online, perhaps you can find a local retailer who sells a wide variety of phones who's able to pre-order the latest phone or a phone that's only available, let's say, in China, and allow you to pick it up from that shop in order to save you that headache of trying to go through the pre-order and the shipping process by yourself without any insurance or with any reliability. You will have 3 minutes to do this activity, but 3 minutes is for suckers. I want you guys to do this in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So go. And if you have any questions, I'll be walking around. than 1. You have 30 seconds remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, time is up. All conversations should cease. Ladies and gentlemen, hi. I know you guys are really into this activity, but I'm trying to make sure you guys have time to eat, because I feel that's going to be very important, and I don't want anyone going on the bus hungry. So because of time and from the technical mishap, I'm going to skip a couple of steps. What I would like you to do in the next 3 minutes, now that you have the 3 needs and the insights that you gathered from your interviews, I want you to start off by creating a problem statement. A problem statement can go like this. I am a nerd who does not have the best coordination. So tying my shoes while attempting to catch up with friends is a huge problem. If I look at this problem statement example, it will go, Misha needs a way to figure out how to tie her shoes, surprisingly because she's a dysfunctional human being. However, don't use that example. I want you to use your own examples from your insights to create a problem statement, such as, make up somebody needs blank because surprisingly or because they experienced this issue. And in the same amount of time when you write your problem statement, I want you and your partner to develop one solution that you're going to present before everybody. So you guys have 3 minutes starting now. And if you have any questions, I'll be walking around, okay? Go.
So we got the adapters. You got the adapters? We got the adapters.
You guys have 30 seconds to develop your problem statement and your solution to address the problem.
Okay. The name tags? The name tags, we couldn't get the name tags. So we niche the guys here. The guys here have the name
Ten seconds.
So there is no great.
Ladies and gentlemen, all conversations should cease at this moment. Mouths should not be moving. Thank you so much. So, I hope that activity gave you a really good crash course on how do you start the initial steps of understanding the human part of human-centered design. Because we've run out of time, I'm just going to go through the slides really quickly to show you what an actual design firm would go through. After they did this whole problem statement and developing an ideal solution step, they would actually sketch out 5 more ideas on what could be possible solutions to address this problem statement. Then afterwards, they'll team up with someone else, preferably someone who they haven't talked to before, and actually share those sketches or those ideas on a solution in order to gather feedback. And the most promising one, which is voted up, is the one that is pursued further for further product design and development. In addition, while you're creating the prototype or the new version or just the works like and looks like model, you also want to gather feedback throughout the process. This works in hardware and programming. When you're creating an application, you're always showing it to your friends to make sure it is right, a button works, how they interact with the app, if it actually makes sense, if they can quickly go through the app without building a frustration level of 10. And that's what you do with the gathering feedback process. Then again, you find someone different, and then you build an actual version to present to not only your friends and your colleagues, but to the world, to show them what your idea looks like in the physical form, or in the app form. So I want you, if you can do so, find your original partner in the next 30 seconds. If you don't remember what your partner looks like, just find someone who you feel you want to share your idea with. You went through a lot of people today. I completely understand if you're at a loss. The first partner you get your first interview with. The low level. There you go. Does everyone have a partner? If you don't have a partner, raise your hand for me. Wow, you guys are getting good at this, okay? I want you, not in 5 minutes, but in 2 minutes, present your solutions to each other. That should be 1 minute to each partner. If your solution is that complicated, I don't know what you were doing in 3 minutes, but you must be superhuman to have brainstormed something that takes longer than a minute to explain. So you have 2 minutes to explain your solution to your partner. They're going to do 3 minutes for a couple of people to present their idea, and then I'm going to let you guys go out into the wild as new, freshly minted product design and developers. Just you can't put that on a job application. Well, I to said solution. Wait, if you only have a problem statement, this is where you're going to learn the beautiful skill of improv. Make up a solution that addresses the problem. Like my shoe is untied. I'm going to make up the solution that I either tie it or someone ties it up for me. You guys are innovators. That's the purpose of this bus trip. Improv, create a solution. 2 minutes. You have a minute left. If you have a question or you're struggling, no worries. Reach out to me. I'll be walking around. These are your last seconds. 30 seconds left. Make them count. And in the last 10 seconds, I want you guys to discuss among yourselves if you have a solution you would like to present. I will present 3 solutions, and you will have less than a minute to present your solutions to everyone for nerd, accolade, pride, and everything else that goes with presenting, I guess.
Next to Hypercube Park. Next to that. Oh, that side. Yeah, okay. We are even that way. Oh, yeah. Thank you. How has been the day? Yeah. Why? Normally have to wait.
Okay, stop. Cease. Conversations should no longer be going on.
So we have to.
I want you guys to stand up for me.
So I have to do.
Come on, I told you exercise. You're working off dinner before you get it.
So I have
Don't drop electronics while you're doing this.
Sorry?
I want you to take your hand and pat yourself on the back. And I want you to say, I am so awesome. I did this activity that people who pay $50,000 a year in 10 to 15 minutes. People spend months doing this, by the way. Now I want you to take your hand and shake your partner's hand and tell them, thank you, you are so awesome. Yes, this is a motivational camp before you start the journey. Now, I want you guys to sit down raise your hand if you and your partner have a solution you're willing to present to everyone. Raise them high so I can see. I don't have my glasses on. Okay. I'm thinking of a number. Give me a number. Between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10. Okay. 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 Okay.
1.
Okay. 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 I feel you said 7 and you said 2. Who else said 7? I think you said 7. Okay. Well, 7 was the number. So now think of another number between 1 and 10. Go. Can you read my mind? So you'll go first, you'll go second, and because you got 8, you got third. But if you still would like to share your solution with me, I will be on the bus, and I do this, this is the 15th time I've done this activity, and so I always like to hear the solution so I can give people hints and examples. So don't forget your solution just because you're not coming up here. So I'll let you go first.
Okay, my name is Spencer. I'm from Harare. I'm an expert, but I'm just here to participate. So basically, we're talking about how our devices are usually out of our range and they're not made for the local market. You always find out that they're made for another place rather than for the people who are based in, let's say, Africa. You can get an iPhone 5C, you still see the problems that the apps that you're going to find in that phone are not the ones you will want to use most of the time. So that's a general problem that we see with most people. You also find out that the cost of the device is too high up there, or you have no option below the mid-range. The mid-range doesn't exist unless somebody who actually imports phones on a regular basis to do that for you. So it's a matter of having a thing works at the local retailer or whoever makes the phones to facilitate feedback and realize, you know, this is a fastest growing market for mobile phones, and you need to be able to cater for those people by designing phones that are appropriate for this market. So that's the thing. The phones are inappropriate.
Give your name and where you're from, and try to keep it less than a minute.
Okay, my name is DJ. I'm from the Netherlands. I live in Kenya right now. Together with my partners, we've come up with a solution which is an interactive dialogue online platform for prospective handset buyers to get in a couple of very simple questions what their budget is, how much they're willing to spend, whether brand is important for them, what type of specs are important, and not so much in hard specs but more in rating from 1 to 5. So how does the device function on the memory space, etc., etc., and to get the bias out of the reviews to actually score the reviews by other reviewers.
And our final presenter.
Hi, my name is Roy. I'm from Zimbabwe. Basically, what our solution was is to come up with a platform that will be online, get people to, first of all, specify the size of the phone, the price of the phone, and then also view some feedback from other customers. And then also at the end of the day, the major problem that most people were facing, especially from here, is that they do not get the phones at a cheaper price, right? So, but now there are actually some guys from Europe who were saying phones are cheaper there. So, like for example, Talisha actually got a phone from UK. So, on this platform, there will be a facility also to then also group people from, let's say, around the same area, and then also get one person to the, who will be, let's say, in Europe, they purchase the phones on their behalf, then send them to Africa. So basically, that's what the platform will do. Thank you.
Now you guys just heard three great solutions to the challenge of changing the phone purchasing experience. Now, this is the last couple of seconds, so we have to say goodbye. But if you would like more information on how do you go through human-centered design, these are the resources. You can also ask me because I'm going to change the slide pretty quickly. But if you have no paper or a pen, write down ideal.org. That's pretty much the only one you need to know. The toolkit is free. It's a 50-page book with pictures and step-by-step instructions, as well as activities that you can do yourself to build your design process and skills. And I'd like to say that's all, folks. Thank you so much for participating in this. And if you want to follow me, I'm at Bunjika on Twitter and at Nisha McCrae for my personal tweets and rants. But if you need to email me with any further questions, that's up there as well. And thank you guys so much.
Nisha, thank you very much. That was fun, that was interactive, and I hope we all got some lessons out of that. We are running a little bit behind time, but I'd like to introduce our next speaker while he sets up his camera. Dr. Bhattirath Chivanga is our next speaker, and he'll be speaking on designing beneficial mobile content services. Dr. Bhattirath Chivanga recently finished his doctoral thesis. He's a design research analyst with Sahel Designs. He's recently taken up a post with Chinoy University of Technology, and he traveled all the way from Chinoy in this afternoon, and it was great to have him here with us. He's a big fan of Howard Latimer. I'm sure you'll hear that name mentioned quite a lot this afternoon. And he's written several publications on digital and internet technologies between the years of 1999 and 2007. Thank you, Dr. Bhattirath Chivanga.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Vinesh, and I would also like to thank all of you for coming down here today. And somebody can start my presentation because I think we are running out of time and I'm very hungry. And you know, the problem is that he has actually organized Indian food for us, and that is my favorite. So I'm going to really rush through this presentation. And I mean, the previous exercise is well founded, and thank you very much for actually turning these guys into super designers in 20 minutes. And I'm going to actually ask you to design a mobile solution. So the solution which I'm going to ask you to design is a solution which you can actually use to build your own business, so to speak. So the people that I'm going to ask you to work with are people that you are by default going to work with to develop your solution. In other words, if you need my help, I can also help you with that. So basically, my name is Dr. Bhattirath Chivanga. I'm originally from Zimbabwe. I've been living away from Zimbabwe for the last 25 years. I've been living in the UK and also in Finland. I just moved back to Zimbabwe, like what Renee said. My work has been, I've been working as a design research analyst. That means that I've been, working with various organizations. So, can you hurry up with the presentation, please, James? Yeah. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'm running behind of time here. So this just briefly gives you my my background, and I've been working as a design research analyst and multimedia producer. And my main focus has been designing multimedia content for both old and new media. When we talk of old media, we're talking of publishing, we're talking of I've been doing radio work, I've been working making films as well. And I've been working as a researcher, I started off my research with multimedia production in 1993. So we're making multimedia content for CD-ROMs. I think some of you probably don't know that CD-ROMs were new media at that time in 1993. So when new media started to become so pervasive, with the internet, I naturally metamorphed to become a multimedia designer for the internet, like basically designing websites. And then when the mobile phone became a mass media technology, I naturally moved forward to redesign content for mobile applications. I was hired by Nokia to actually do their design research work in the UK, where we're actually designing mobile phones for young people. And Nokia became, like at that time, one of the top dogs in the industry. And they used my research quite a lot to actually design multimedia phones for young people. I didn't get much money really, I could have been a millionaire.
if I'd actually, been working like as a company. But they hired me as an academic, so they gave my university the money. We did the research, and Nokia used our insights to actually design better phones. But however, I went on to study my PhD, my doctorate rather, because it was actually not a PhD, but it was a program where I had to learn a new skill, which obviously it's in us. Design is almost something that we all have. Everybody's a designer. But I didn't know that I was designing things all the time, so I actually enrolled on this program in Finland, where I actually learned design, and ever since that time, in 2005, I've been working in various capacities as a design research analyst, where we actually get commissioned to do projects, and these projects mainly to do with studying the impact of mobile phones on people and coming up with insights, and the insights are used by a company to actually design solutions. But like I said, most of my work has been with Nokia. And in 2009, I was quite disappointed that they lost the market, because I would have been making a lot of money with those guys. Now I understood, that I had to start working with them as a company. But however, right now I'm running my own company. It's called Cadus Innovations. And Cadus Innovations is a multimedia production company. We produce media, like I'm doing right now, and we also design mobile applications. And we are also making inroads in Zimbabwe, because I realized that there are some problems here, like with energy. So I've actually got a big commission with one Finnish company to design and solar panel solutions. So that's the side part of my business. So we actually are interested in designing and building solar power plants. So maybe you guys are from South Africa and all over Africa, if you're interested in getting into the solar business as well, you can come to me, because I'm looking for clients all over. Because we know there are big problems in Africa with regards with energy. But solar energy is available, and we can actually become the prime movers in harnessing this technology in Africa. And I'm also a senior lecturer. Right now I just come from Chinhoyi, and the university is called Chinhoyi University of Technology. I'm in the Department of Creative Art and Design. I've just started the job on Monday. They hired me because they wanted someone to introduce a new program, which is geared towards improving innovation in Zimbabwe. So the degree program itself is about encouraging people to be designers. So if you're interested in doing a program in design, if you're a Zimbabwean, even if you're not a Zimbabwean, we welcome you from everywhere, to actually enroll in our program. But more about that, maybe you can talk to me about it if you are interested in our program. But however, let me just take you through some basics about design. In this next, well, how many minutes have I got, Rinesh? Maybe 20 minutes or so, because it's getting dark, So this workshop, like I said, is going to give you some insights on how to design and produce transformational mobile apps. When I say transformational, I'm not just talking of apps that people can use leisurely, but I'm talking about apps that people can actually use to improve things in life, to do certain things in life. Like, for example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp, we thought it was a simple application, but look at the way it has changed the way we communicate. That is making transformations. That is a killer application. So you could be one of the innovators who can come up with the next killer application. So basically, I want you to understand that the keywords here is design, design, design. Innovate, transform, and be a pace setter. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, these are some words for you. If you want to do something, think about it. That's what design is about. You think about a problem, and then you come up with an innovation. So that's where